Hey, what is up, guys? This is Chris, and I'm back with more Everyday RC. And it is Saturday night here on Long Island, New York. And I figured I'd go for a live hangout, chat, just hanging out here. No really topic of tonight's live stream. Just figured I'd hang out with you guys, see if anyone's out there. Hey, Kiki, what's going on, bro? Yeah, that's CJ. When are you going to run the 4.0? Wow, the most commonly asked questions. Hello from South Texas. Welcome. Roderick Linder. All right, cool. RC Basher Boy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is up? Forever RC, what is up? Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. Saturday night. Just hanging out here in the hobby room. A little bit bored. And I don't really have anything going on this weekend as far as making a video, so I figured I'd go live and just hang out with you guys. If you have any questions, thank you very much. Sweet Collection, Black Wolf 412. So I figured I'd just give you guys a view. Hey, what's up, Miguel? How are you? Thank you very much. Good to be back. Yeah, the weather has not been that good. This past week has been a roller coaster of weather here in the northeast of the United States. We started off on Monday with 0-degree temperatures, and then we had rainstorms, nearly missed by a giant snowstorm. So yeah, it's definitely hard to run Nitro this time. Dream Collection 11 Charlie RC says, well, thank you. It's taken many, many years to acquire this collection. Islu Roots, nice RCs, thank you. Scott Kamau, sorry if I can't pronounce your name properly. Sweet Collection, thank you very much. Mike Morias, sunny here in Arizona. Oh yeah, it's always sunny in Arizona, right? You get that nice 120-degree dry heat from what I hear. I spy a little eye, the MGT decked out. There's no MGT in this collection. Yo, what's up, Toe Cutter? How you doing, bro? Yeah, it's too cold outside, right? That's a good friend of mine, Toe Cutter. What's up, bro? I am the person who encouraged you to get the LST. Well, thank you very much. Well, you know, if I encourage you in some small way, I appreciate it. But, you know, you're the one that makes it happen. You're in Pittsburgh. It's freezing. I hear you. AJ Ramos. I'm still getting used to this whole live thing, so I'm trying to get used to it. Scrolling back to the comments. Here we go. Black Wolf 412. He's in Pittsburgh. It's freezing. Yes, I know. Oh, AJ Ramos. Must be the bumper throwing me off. Well, yes, that is... Whoa, just pulled the cord. Yep, that's what live's all about. That is the Team Associated Rival monster truck, which is technically the electric version of the MGT 8.0. Which is the fastest RC I own? Well, it would have to be right over there. Either the Slash 4x4 Mamba Monster or the Rustler Mamba Monster right there. The most controversial speedrun video on YouTube is with the 127-mile-an-hour Rustler Mamba Monster right there, two-wheel drive. And the fastest I've gone with the Slash 4x4 right there, which I call the Skull Machine, was 119. Jeff Coloro, just finished my TLR AT 4.0 Truggy, having a problem with my servos, bind them together, and now my steering and throttle are reversed. Any chance you know what's wrong? You're going to have to adjust your reverse on your settings on your transmitter, which I had to do, I believe, on my DX3S. You just go in there and you reverse the throttle servo or the steering servo. So you might have to go into your settings depending on what transmitter you're using. Yeah, that's CJ. I remember the speedrun videos, yes. A lot of people remember when I was doing speedruns back in the day. I have broke 100 miles an hour with the Traxxas X01. Somewhere I do have that footage. I was out on a runway out east on Long Island, and I did finally break 100 miles an hour, but I have not run the car since I put those 1/5 scale GRP rims and tires on there. I have the DX4C. Jeff, you just got to go into the settings on your DX4C, and you have to reverse the settings for each one of those servos. You should have a throttle setting and a steering setting on there, and you should be able to reverse those. So I know a lot of people have been asking about the 8T 4.0, when I'm going to be running that, and I can tell you soon. All right, Fernando Espinoza, hello from Northern California. Can't wait for Axial Fest. You have any crawlers in that collection? Well, it's funny that you should ask that question, because there will be a new addition to the Everyday RC collection very soon. Crawling and trailing is something I have not gotten into just yet. And I know there's a lot of comments streaming in here, but I will just touch on that very quick. The closest thing, which is a little bit of a joke, that I've gotten into crawling is down over here, which is my HPI Wheelie King. Now, I did buy that for my son when he was 4 years old, and that was my son's first hobby grade RC. That's the HPI Wheelie King, which I think is a really cool vehicle, and it does have a Crawler King conversion that I had done to it, and I turned it into a crawler momentarily. Didn't like the handling of it. It leaves a lot to be desired, but it's the closest thing I got to crawling. It's pretty cool, but I did convert it back to the Wheelie King, but I left the extended wheelbase and the locked front and rear differentials just to give it more of a monster truck feel. It does have a lot of torque twist on it, but it's pretty cool. I was actually running that the other day. It's a pretty cool vehicle, but that's the closest thing I got to crawling or trailing. But I will be getting a crawler or trail truck very soon. I had to order it internationally, and I just got the email that it has arrived here in New York. So you will be seeing a new edition very, very soon here on the channel, and it's going to be a new endeavor for me. New aspect of the hobby that I will be embarking on, and I'm extremely excited, so stay tuned for that. I know a lot of people ask me all the time, are you into crawling, are you into trailing? I'm a little bit of a newbie into it, but I will be getting into it very soon. I think it'll be a good breath of fresh air, in more ways than one, no pun intended. You know, it's good to get out there on the trails, do some hiking, get out there in nature. So stay tuned for that. All right, so let's get back to some of these comments here. All right, here we go. So I hope that answered your question, Fernando Espinoza. Is Lou Roots, thumbs up, buddy. Black Wolf 412. I was gonna get my son his first RC. Is Bright Star any good? Be totally honest, I've never heard of Bright Star. I don't know how old your son is, but I would say a good first RC for any kid is the Slash 2-wheel drive. That's a great starter. It's very inexpensive, and it's great. Traxxas has come very far with their brushed electronics, and as you can see, that's my son's Slash 4x4 down there, the orange one, and that's my daughter's Slash 2-wheel drive brushed, which are great for little kids. You know, you could run a 2S LiPo in those and have a blast. I can even run a 3S in the 4x4 VXL. So I would say a Slash, Traxxas Slash is always great for a beginner. All right, what time is it for you? I think it's about 6 o'clock here in New York, 6 p.m. in New York. I'm not sure where you're from. Behemoth fan 666, what time is it for you? Oh, I just answered your question. Good to see you back in here, Behemoth fan. I haven't seen you in a while. Mike Morias, sorry about that. Can I put a bigger motor on new 4x4 Rustler? You could put a bigger motor. You just have to make sure that you can accommodate it with your motor mount. But I have been able to put a 2200 kV in my VXL and the speedrun slash. Just have to do some slight modifications. But if you're looking for serious power, that's what you would do, speed running. But if not, you can just run, I believe it's a 3800 kV, the VXL. Just go with that. You can change up your gear ratio a little bit. Behemoth Fan, I hope you've been doing well. Yes, I've been doing great. Thank you for asking. Jeff Caloro, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the help. No problem, buddy. What fuel am I going to use on the 4.0? Yeah, that's CJS. I am going to be using Byron's. I have to check back in my notes because I do have a lot of notes for the build. It's been sitting on a shelf for a while there, the 4.0, but I am going to be using Byron's Nitro fuel. I'm going to be using a different fuel ratio. I believe Byron's uses castor oil mix for the break-in. But once I finish the break-in, I believe it's going to be a 30% nitro, 10% castor. But I do have to check my notes. You'll get all that info when I start breaking in that engine. I start running that truck. So, but I will be using Byron's nitro fuel. Let's see here. All right. Sorry. Just hanging out here on a Saturday night. Okay. All right. That 4.0 with the 0.32x is why I subbed. That was the first video I saw of yours. Well, thank you very much, AJ Ramos. It was an awesome build. I had a lot of fun building that truggy, and I know a lot of people have been asking me about it. So maybe I'll throw that up on the table and give you guys a little bit closer look on it, because, man, I get so many questions about that 4.0, and you'll be seeing a lot more of it very, very soon. Winker Bean. Okay, I'm not even going to answer you. All right. Ryan Fessy, hey, what's going on, man? Jeff Caloro, thanks for making a video on the TLR kit. It helped me out. Well, I'm glad that it helped you out. That's why I made that build series to hope to help a lot of you out. Foundry RC, what's going on, bro? How are you? Welcome to Everyday RC Live. What time is it for you, Chris? Hope you've been well. Well, thank you very much. I believe it's 6 p.m. here in New York, United States. How long did it take to put together the 4.0? Yeah, that's CJ. I mean, I broke it up into sections. If I didn't film it, you know, it takes a lot of effort to film and edit, guys. I hope you guys understand that. If I didn't have to film every part of it, I probably could have had it built in a few days, easily. Maybe it took me a week in total. You know, I bought the kit, and I wanted to get the chassis and everything built on it. The kit does not come with servos, engine, wheels and tires, any kind of electronics or anything like that. So I just wanted to get the ball rolling and build it. So I did complete the chassis in a few days, and then I had to sit on it for a little while and order the wheels and tires, the motor, the electronics. So if you get all your parts together and everything, you could have it built in a few days easily. And it's a very enjoyable build. And if you have any questions, there are some hiccups along the way. Hopefully my build series can help you guys out, because I do explain a lot of the things that might be a little bit of an error in some of the instructions or the build. Base Starlet, it's 1:21 in Greece. Is that AM or PM? Well, thank you for watching from Greece. I live on Long Island, New York, United States. Tatted green. All Day RC, hey man, hope all's well. All is going good for me, and I hope all is good with you, man. Winker Bean, you know you've made it on YouTube when you get trolls. Base Starlet, Blanc, yeah, guys, you're just gonna have to deal with it right now. You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? Unfortunately, just ignore it, you know? It's Exodus, hello, I still have the Everyday RC sticker you did a contest with a good while back. Well, thank you very much, Exodus. I'm glad you have an Everyday RC sticker. If you want, send me a photo. If you have it on any of your vehicles, send it over to everydayrc64@gmail.com. And I'd like to see a photo of where you put your sticker. I could share it on Instagram. Jeff Caloro, should get yourself an ERCM pipe. They're only for a little minute at a time. They're very good pipes. Maybe I will consider that. Also, what's a good indoor RC? Well, that's a pretty good question, actually. It all depends on how much room you have. Up top, I love to leave it up there because it's a great size comparison. I got it in between the X-Max and the Losi 5T. That is the Losi Micro High Roller. I believe that's a 1/36 scale. That's a really fun RC for indoors. And I also have the Latrax Teton over here at the bottom, which is a great indoor RC. I make some cardboard ramps and I race and jump that in the basement. And I should say the Latrax vehicles are great for indoors. All right, I'm getting a little backlogged here on my comments here. What kinds of stands are those? Yes, I get asked that a lot, and I will answer that for you right now. Those are guitar footstools. They are only good for display. They're not really the best for wrenching or working on your RCs, but they are good to keep your RCs elevated off their wheels because you don't want to get dead spots or flat spots on your wheels. They are guitar footstools. You can find them on eBay for really inexpensive. They're like $10 a piece. I know there are some RC companies that make similar ones and they're like 30 bucks. There's no need to spend that much. Just look up guitar footstools on eBay. All right. Okay, looks like Base Starlet answered that for me. Thank you. Where is the Rusty? The Rusties are right there. Got the 100-mile-an-hour Rusty on the left and the 70-mile-an-hour Rusty VXL on the right. Paul Wizal 23D. What's up, bro? All right, he's got a question. What's up, Chris Bud? Hope all is well. Building a slash 4x4 with the TP kill mode motor. Okay. Shooting for 150-mile-an-hour mark. Nice. This was all inspired by watching your videos 2 years ago. Thank you. Hey, man, listen. That's what the hobby is all about. It's about sharing, and if we can help each other out, that's what it's all about. So if I inspired you in a small way, I appreciate that, bro. But listen, you know, like, you guys are the ones that make it happen in the end. So that's very, very nice to hear. I take it as a compliment, and I appreciate you watching the channel. RC Fun, sweet. Heard some good nitro. Heard that's some good nitro. Yes, Byron's Fuel is very good nitro. All right. Okay. Sorry, keep on hitting the tripod here. Not for the guitar, but actually for the foot. That's right. So imagine if you were playing the guitar and you're resting your leg. Obviously, your leg weighs a decent amount. You know, I mean, these RCs weigh anywhere from 10, 15, 20, 25 pounds. So if it can hold your leg, it can definitely hold these RCs. Yeah, that's RC. Run 20% for the break-in, 30% nitro, 11 when done. Yeah, it's something like that. I will definitely be sharing all that information with you guys. Hey, what's up, Xavier? RCVHX22. What's going on, bro? How are you? Good to see you here, Xavier. Vinota, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Everyday RC Live, Saturday night. What's your best 3-cell lipo? So many to choose from. Mike Marias asks, well, you guys know that I strictly use MAXAMPS batteries, which a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with. I get a lot of flack for using their batteries because they're extremely expensive, but they're the only batteries that I use. It all depends on what vehicle you're going to be using them in. So it's kind of hard for me to answer that question. If you go on MAXAMPS website, you can pick your pack for the vehicle that you want to run in. And it all depends on the milliamps. You know, you pick your 3S pack and then pick the milliamps. You know, the higher the milliamps, the longer runtime you'll get. And that's what's great about MAXAMPS. You go on their website and you can choose the pack for your vehicle so you know that it's going to fit. If you happen to use MAXAMPS, go on their website and order from them. Make sure you use my discount code EverydayRC5. It'll save you 5% on your MAXAMPS batteries. I love their packs. They're high quality. They're always quality tested. They have a series of quality checks before they arrive to you. And the most important thing is their cells are properly balanced. So you'll know when you check the balance of your cells, they're always 100%. I love MAXAMPS. So make sure you use the discount code. It's in the description box of every video if you have any questions about that. But use EverydayRC5 to save 5% on MAXAMPS. Same, it's late here in the UK. Yep. Well, thanks for watching. We really don't know what we're doing, RC. What's up, everyone? Hey, what's going on, bro? Welcome to Everyday RC Live. All day RC, 2:30. It is in the UK, and I'm printing RC parts. That's cool. Editing sucks big time. I don't really mind editing. I love shooting videos and editing. You know, it's another hobby of mine, but it does take time. And I'm kind of pressed for time this weekend. We just had a party at my house. My daughter had her basketball team over for a pizza party, so I just made a whole bunch of homemade pizzas. I am Italian, so I make my own homemade pizzas. I had the whole team over, and I got stuff going on tomorrow, so I'm not really gonna have time to get out there and play with any RCs this weekend. So I just figured I'd get connected with you guys via live here on YouTube. I recently accepted your Facebook request. Well, thank Jamie Thompson. Nice. All right, cool. I'll look out for you, bro. I get invites all the time, friend requests all the time on Facebook. Nice. You live in Connecticut. That's very cool to hear. Extreme RC mobs starting to make pipes again. Well, that's good to hear. Sorry about the troll in here, guys. Forever RC. For my goal of 100 miles an hour with my Rustler VXL, I'm stock now. Where should I go from here? Turnigy, Trackstar, Hobbywing, or Mamba Monster? Well, I would imagine that you're meaning that you bought a Rustler VXL. It's going to be kind of hard to get to that 100 mile an hour mark with the VXL motor. As far as if you're going to use Turnigy, Trackstar, Hobbywing, or Mamba Monster, that is completely up to your budget. I'm a big fan of Castle Electronics. Hobbywing is also excellent. It's a good budget-friendly grade electronic, but it's all up to your budget. I would say Hobbywing or Castle Creations will get you to that 100 mile an hour mark. But it's all about testing and tuning and getting your gear ratio right. Jackson Sandstrom, he asks, have you spent more on RC cars or parts? Well, that's a good question. And it would be hard for me to answer, but if I had to estimate, I would probably say it's equal. You know, I've had RCs that I've probably spent equal to, if not more, on upgrades. So, you know, it's kind of hard for me to answer that question, but if it all depends on how crazy you want to get. But, you know, you could buy a $500 RC and put $1,000 of upgrades into it. That's all in the person themselves. So, just give you guys a little bit more of a go around here, and there will be a new edition coming very soon. Very soon. So I'm going to try and get to some of these questions. We're already at the 25-minute mark. Man, that went quick. Man, that went quick. So I'm very backlogged on these comments. Try and be a little bit quicker with the answers here. All right. Xavier, RCVHX22. Yo, what's up, my friend? I am from Belgium. Yes, I know. And it is here at 0028 at night. I hope you're fine. And what's your first RC in your collection? The first RC in my collection I actually don't have anymore. It was a T-Max 2.5. It ended up having a big block engine in it. I don't have that. I actually sold that. That was way back in the day. Good day, mate. And Ute asks, love your Italian V1 rebuild. Do you have any parts list or upgrades new to the RC world? I don't think I have anything more than what I've shared in my videos. I can definitely say that if you do have a Italian or Creighton, you should definitely look into the GKA Customs parts and also the Voltage Hobbies parts. They're excellent upgrades for your Italian or Creighton. Eric Moreno, might be able to find them at Guitar Center. You might be able to, but just go on eBay and look up guitar footstools. Islu Roots, I just followed you at Instagram. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, check out Everyday RC on Facebook and Instagram. Always posting. I just posted a new post on Instagram today. Nuno Diaz, I have a question. What do you recommend for a beginner in 1/10 scale? I'm divided between the Axial XCX10 2 Raw Builder's Kit and the SCX10 2 Honcho RTR. Well, like I had stated before, I am not really that familiar with the crawling and trailing scene. That would be your call if you're new to the hobby or just new to 1/10 scale. If you're used to building kits, then I would say go with the kit. If you're not too familiar with building kits, you might want to go with the RTR, but if you're pretty handy and you want to become really familiar with your vehicle, you could build a kit. So that's really up to you. But I'm going to be getting more into the rock crawling and trailing scene, so hopefully I'll be able to answer your questions a little bit better. Curtis Crick, yo, just joined the stream, man. Well, thank you very much. Yo, what's up, Tat Money? That's good to see you in here. Good to see you, bro. Be back soon. I'm moving right now. Oh, well. Wow, bro. That's crazy. All right. I hope you the best of luck in the future. Good luck with your move. And I hope to see you soon, bro. All right. That's Tat. Tat Money. Munfordale. Right? Been here for a long time, bro. Wired RC. What's good, bro? How you doing, man? Wired RC. He's a good bro. Loves the RC game. I see your posts all the time on Instagram. What's going on, bro? John Wesley, are you going to link up with Bodegel again? I don't know what the future holds. I'm very busy, so I don't know. We'll see what the future holds. Ishnan I can't even say it. Isnan Bitnati Advocate. Nice. Well, thank you very much. All right. Where can I find upgrade parts for my Rustler and E-Revo that are not RPM? Does anyone else make upgrade aluminum parts for these RCs? There are a lot of aluminum parts for any RCs, but it all depends on what aluminum parts you're looking for. typically the RPM parts are the parts that you're going to want to go with if you're going to replace some of the plastics. You don't, personally, I don't like to go with aluminum parts if I'm going to be bashing, especially A-arms, because you have one bad crash, that's it, game over. Your A-arms are bent, and, you know, aluminum isn't the best. I'll go with aluminum steering hubs, axle carriers, things of that nature, chassis braces. But if you're looking just for a bling factor, if you're going to go with like a shelf queen, you could go with Hot Racing, Integy, RB Innovations. There's tons of companies out there. And guys, if you're not on eBay or Amazon, get on there, because it's a great outlet for the RC hobby. You get on there, you can find any parts you need. From what you've seen, heard, if you were able to do a big bore build, who would you go with from RC Max, SF, or ALX? To be totally honest, I have not really looked too much into any of those companies when it comes to the 1/5 scale. I know of those companies, but I haven't done my proper research. You know, to be totally honest, guys, I know, you know, everybody wants the bigger and badder thing. You know, but like I said, I just showed my recent rebuild series of my Losi 5T up there. It's got the stock 26cc engine with the big bore kit I put on it. You know, I think the thing rips. Everybody wants bigger and badder and faster and everything else, but I like to jump this vehicle. So I believe, for me, the 26cc with the big bore kit that I put on there, it's the great power to weight ratio. I can get good speed. I get about 50 miles an hour out of the truck, and then I can jump. I get great height with it. The last thing I want to do is put a 15-pound engine in the thing, and then it just loses all its, you know, all its, what, I forgot the word I'm looking for here, but it's not going to be able to jump anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's going to lose all that it's got. So I know RC Max is a great company. One day, I will upgrade the engine. I have not really decided what I'm going to go with. I would like to one day go with a Reed Case engine, whether it be a Bartolone Racing. I really love Chris Bartolone's products. I know he's got a Reed Case kit out there that I would love to build. RC Max makes insane engines. You know, but I really can't answer that question for you, unfortunately, because I'm not too familiar with a lot of those products, because, you know, I'm not really the kind of a guy who's out there just looking for the biggest, baddest engine, most expensive. You know, I'm pretty happy with what I have right now, and until the engine blows a rod, then I might thinking about, you know, getting a new engine. All right. Sorry. Hopefully I'm answering your questions. And sorry, a little bit backlogged here on some of these questions. Hope you guys are wrenching out there. You know, just watch the video, listen. Hope you guys are in your hobby rooms or wherever you wrench on your RCs. Just hanging out here. All right. We'll destroy any vehicle if we go beyond stock. The Rustler VXL is plenty for... I don't know why your comment is being cut off. Sorry about that. All right, my boy right over here, Toe Cutter. What heat range spark plug do you recommend to use on CY engine for the 5T during the winter? I run the CMR 7H. If you really did want to go with a hotter plug, you could go with the CMR 5H, which is the hottest plug. A 6H is fine. You know, that's completely up to you. You know, if you're going out there in like really frigid temperatures, you could go with a 6H. I believe 5H is the hottest plug that they make. So that's completely up to you. You could go with the 6H and that should be fine. Shouldn't give you any problems, bro. But to be totally honest, you could just stick with the CMR 7H. Shouldn't have any problems with it. The only reason why I used to use like 6Hs or 5Hs with engines that really didn't rev that high, you know, if you're not going to be getting on it full throttle, you might get more carbon buildup. So to burn off a lot of that excess fuel, you might want to go with a hotter plug like a 5H or a 6H. But if you're going to get on it and you're going to rip, bro, just go with the 7H. Should be fine. Should be fine. If you really wanted to go with a hotter plug, go with the CMR 6H. Should have no problems. Do I have any Tamiyas? No, I do not, unfortunately. I was looking at them today. I was in my local hobby shop today, and I was looking at the Tamiyas, and they have all those repopped grasshoppers and Subaru Dusters and all those. I was looking at them. I like them. I was also looking at the Clodbusters. Really want a classic RC in the collection. Pride and Joy RC, where's the Rovin? Right there. I have started breaking in the engine on this, and I have done a few things to this, so don't think that I haven't run this truck. I have run this truck. I actually switched out the carburetor because I am running the WT990 on the 5T, so I took the 668 carb out of that, and I ended up putting it into the Rovin because, unfortunately, the Rovin carburetor was absolute garbage. So I put the 668 carb on the Rovin. I put a different intake manifold on it, and I did a few things to it, and I have started breaking in the engine. So hopefully I'll be able to share some of that with you guys in the future. It is a budget RC. That's basically a shrunken down. It's not a shrunken down version. It's just a shorter version. It's like a 5T buggy. I guess you would consider it the 5B, you know, but it is a clone. And I mean, I was actually pleasantly surprised in the performance of it. Out of the box, it was a little wobbly, and some of the plastics don't look like they're up to par. But when I drove it, it actually drove really, really good, and I was actually surprised with it. And I'm actually pretty happy with the vehicle. So I will be showing more of that in the future. But there it is, in case you were asking. How many Nitros do I have? Jacob R. asked. Well, right now, currently, I only have 2. I have my tried and true Revo 3.3 right there, which has been to hell and back, I like to say. I love my 3.3. Man, I learned a lot about Nitro with my Revo 3.3. I think I'm on like my 3rd engine in that RC. Built a custom roll cage because I cracked so many cooling heads off of that engine. My boy Toe Cutter in there can attest to that. They used to backflip this truck so many times, and I used to crack the cooling heads off. We used to bash hard, man. So I built a custom roll cage around the cooling head so I don't break that off, and I just checked the engine actually on it. I threw some 3-in-1 oil in there. The engine is still fresh. I fired it up maybe about a year ago. So I have my Revo 3.3, and yes, that is a hobby grade RC, so I did want to have some kind of official race quality Nitro in my collection because I am a lover of Nitro. I do love Nitro, and I love all aspects of the hobby. So if you tune into this channel because you see my Nitro videos, if you tuned into this channel because of my 5th scale, I have, you know, 32, almost 33,000 subscribers that have tuned into this channel for so many different vehicles. You're looking at so many vehicles here that have made people tune into the channel. So I love anything and everything RC. You know, if it has a remote control, I could definitely be into it. But sorry to get off tangent. I have the Revo 3.3 and the TLR AT 4.0 currently. That's my Nitros. All right. Hey, later. Good to see you. We really don't know what we're doing, RC. Good to see you in here. You probably know a little something what's going on. All right. Mike Marias, is there a way to see your past videos? Of course there is. Just go on my channel's homepage and just look up my videos. Look in my playlists. See all my videos right in there. Jonathan Rodriguez, how are you, buddy? I'm glad you're back on YouTube. I enjoy your content and the quality of your videos. Well, thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate you hanging out here on Saturday night. It's good to be back. I know I was gone for a few months, but I never left. And just remember, I'm not in this for the long haul. I'm in this for a lifetime. RC will always be with me. Soundwave 9. Hey, Chris, when we gonna see that monster of a truggy boiling up those tires? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon when it's not 0 degrees here in New York. Vox Magna, Ralston, my good friend. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Flutter Lumpa Goose the Third, which is the toughest? Well, you know what? That might be a hard question to answer, but it's actually not. You want to know the toughest vehicle in this whole collection? The 5T. If I had to get rid of all these RCs and only keep one, if I only had to choose one RC out of all these RCs, it'd be the 5T right there. Toughest vehicle. Toughest. I've put that vehicle through so much hell. I've beat that vehicle. Hot summer days, cold days. I have beat that truck beyond belief. And you know what? I've never broken a piece of plastic on it. Never. Never. Still got the original shock fluid. Still got the original front and rear differential fluid in it. It's the toughest. So if you want to know what the toughest RC out on the market is, get yourself a true. Don't get yourself a clone. A true Losi 5T. Original drive shafts, everything. That's the toughest RC. The pinnacle of RCs. All right. Don't know. Okay, all right. Jack Chase, what's up, bro? How you doing, Jack? What did I miss? Haha, sup, dude? What's going on, bro? You didn't miss much. I'm really just BSing here on a Saturday night. Just hanging out here for all you 21 and older guys, you know. Just hanging out here, having a beer. I was bored, and I just figured I'd go live. So, just hanging out, guys. What's going on? You could watch the beginning of the live stream after the video's over. But what's up, good brother Jack? I hope you're doing good. It's my Detroit Diesel man right there. That's right. He works for Detroit Diesel. I work on a lot of those engines at my job too. So I appreciate your quality assurance that you do at your job there, buddy. Behemoth Fan 666. Completely understand. Whatever works best for you. Couple of weeks ago, I bought a new unused Trevor Simpson reed case, which I never thought I'd find ever. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. It's my boy Toe Cutter. What's up, bro? No problem at all, bro. You know I'm always here. You know I'm always here. Send me a text, bro. Send me a text. I'm always here. Any questions you got? Chris Ramos. I go to school with your daughter, Sophia? Well, that's cool. Were you just at gym night on Friday? Maybe I saw you there. I'll tell her that you said hi. I'll ask her if she knows you. Wired RC. I still have my Revo 3.3. I plan on breaking it out this summer. You should. You should, bro. I still have my, you know, I know a lot of people do the forward-only conversion, which gives it a little bit more speed, a little bit more power. But for whatever reason, in a Nitro, I like to have that reverse feature, you know? So I left my transmission stock, and I still have a blast with that thing, man. Anytime a Nitro engine's running, I just love it, you know? So that's good to hear, Wired RC. Eric Marino, hey there. Susu, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. I'm from the United States. David Peterson, what's going on, bud? What's going on, bro? Wow, I actually caught up on all the Comments, I still go outside in 47-degree weather and run my nitros. Yeah, 47 degrees is not cold at all. But right now in New York, one day it's 0 degrees or negative 10 degrees, and then the next day it's 60. So it's kind of hard to judge that. But as long as you heat up your engine, if you run nitro, you should definitely bring a heat gun with you. Heat up that engine to about 200 degrees before you go outside and run it. You shouldn't have any issues. You could run nitro in any weather as long as you heat up your engine before you start it up. Use nitro and only 15. My dad has the first version of the 5T. Yes, this is the original 5T as well. That's the original version. I know there are some differences with the 2.0. A lot of people have been asking me the differences. I believe it comes with a 29cc rather than a 26cc. I think they did some improvements or changed the location of the center differential. And they did change the body slightly. I do like the style of the new body. And I was thinking about getting a clear body for it, for the 2.0, and then putting it on my 5T. Behemoth Fan 666, have you any opinions on the Outlaw Hybrid kit? You may not have seen it, but I thought I'd ask. I have no idea what the Outlaw Hybrid kit is, bro. I'm sorry. Eddie Sanabria. Hey, man. Rock on, bro. Eric Marino. Those guitar foot stands might be sold at Guitar Center. They might be, but they might not be $10 like you find them on eBay. Eric Morrison. What's up, bro? Thanks for hanging out here. Everyday RC Live. All right. We're at the 46-minute mark. I like to end these around the 1 hour mark when I do my live streams. So let me know if there's any other questions. If there's any vehicles you want to see close up, I can throw them on the bench right now. So let's see what you guys want to see up close. If you have any more questions on any of them. I'm surprised no one was asking about the UDR. That kind of lost some steam, right? That UDR had a big craze a few months ago, and then it just, you don't hear about the UDR ever anymore. I think the UDR is a great vehicle. I was actually expecting the UDR to have its own race class, you know. You see the Traxxas Slashes out there on the racetracks. I was expecting there to be a whole new race class with that UDR. And you just don't hear about them anymore. Behemoth Fan, yeah, that's the thing. I go through drive shaft cups, pins on my 5 every 2 to 5 hours on with the 71. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So why put a 71cc in on a 5T if you're gonna blow your drive shafts out, bro? Dude, I have, you know, I get plenty of power with the CY engine, and I have my original drive shafts. There's barely any wear and tear, bro. And I get plenty of speed. You know, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. I know, you know, you're a motorhead. You want to see the thing rip. You want to hear that power. Dude, I see some people with 71cc's, and one of my engines running next to theirs, I like the sound of my engine better than theirs. I mean, I'm not trying to be biased or, you know, you just don't need it. And the 5T is not a straight line vehicle. It's meant to be agile and jump and be on a racetrack. You don't want a big engine like that in there. You want the agility. You want to be able to jump. You want to be able to move around. You want to be able to corner. You can't do that with a 71cc. I'm sorry. But I get it. I get it. I get it. All right, where are we going here? Where are we going? I'm losing my all right. All right. Any ideas for wheelie bars for a 4 TRC? I'm sorry, bro. I have no idea what a 4 TRC is. A 4-Tech, maybe? Maybe a 4-Tech? I have no idea. Vox Magna, and don't let it cool down in the cold. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you. All you got to do is when you're done running nitro, as soon as you're done running that engine, drop the piston down to bottom dead center and let the engine cool down with the piston at bottom dead center, and you shouldn't have any problems. If you're out there in 0-degree temperatures, yeah, it would be a good idea to let it cool down somewhere warmer. Toe Cutter, what's up, bro? Gotta go, my friend. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. You know, bro, I'll talk to you very soon. I'm only a call or a text away, bro. Have a good night, bro, all right? I'll talk to you soon, bro. We'll be jamming pretty soon. That's a long-time friend of mine, Toe Cutter. We've known each other since we were young kids. So, been a long time since we've known each other. And he's actually the guy who got me into RCs. So, everybody say what's up to Toe Cutter. Good friend of mine. Jack Chase 79, Savage Flux. Oh, he wants to see the Savage Flux. Yeah, no, a lot of people don't ask me about that Savage Flux. Maybe I'll show that. Since you're the only person that asked me about it, maybe I'll show it. My UDR now has the Hot Racing carbon fiber side panels, knuckles all the way around, and I'm waiting till it gets warm to paint my clear UDR body. That sounds sick, bro. That sounds sick. I love the UDR. Is that a Rovin Shorty next to the 5T? Yes, it is. I was explaining that. It's basically like a 5B. Yeah, it's a 5T short. Yeah. It's cool. I mean, for the price tag on it, I mean, it's like $700, so I guess it's cool for its price. Anything more than 50 is overkill. I'm not following that. Haha, I can't explain it. Nothing compares to it. Just having the perfection of an engine in your presence is the best feeling. Absolutely, bro. Like I said, I'm not hating on the big engines. I think RC Maxes are insane engines. Some of those OBR engines are insane. I just don't have the need for them right now. You know, like I said, I like to jump. That's one of my biggest things. I love monster trucks and I love to jump. And, you know, with the engine I have in my 5T, you know, I've jumped that thing 10 feet in the air, 15 feet in the air, no problems. And I want the thing to be agile. You know, I've been out there with guys running the RC Max engines, and they were impressed with my 5T. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you guys are running RC Max engines. They're like, no, dude, your engine's insane. I'm like, it may not be the engine, it just may be the fact that I'm more agile. You know, they couldn't jump, and I was able to jump my RCs, you know, my 5T. Yeah, that's CJ. Might get a Rovin for your first RC. I mean, the price point is there, you know, so it's good for someone that doesn't want to spend a lot of money. But I will definitely tell you guys, I'm not bashing on Rovin stuff or King Motor or anything like that. I think for what they offer for the price is great, but there's definitely a quality difference between true lossy. Now, I don't know. Now, the 2.0 5T is, I believe it's a Horizon Hobby product, although it does say lossy. When I bought this 5T, that's the original 5T, it was developed by TLR. So I've noticed a big difference, especially with these two. This was a true lossy XXL2E. Never broke any plastics on this thing. I beat this thing to hell. This is the quote-unquote lossy 3XLE. I broke so much plastics on this thing, it's not even funny, and it says lossy, but it's released by Horizon Hobby. So I've noticed differences from when Horizon Hobbies got their hands involved with lossy. So the true lossies never had any issues with. I've seen people with the new 2.0 break in their roll cages on the 5T. I have never broke this roll cage. I have flipped this thing. I have jumped 10 feet in the air with this thing and landed on my roof, and I've never broke the roll cage to this day. But I've seen people out there breaking the roll cages on the new 2.0. So I think there's definitely quality issues now. The fact that Horizon Hobby has gotten involved. So I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's what I've experienced firsthand. I can still rag and whip it around like at 8 scale with that engine. Personally, it feels snappier. If you get it dialed in correctly, you can jump them very well. But if you land wrong, big damage. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You know, I have the bronze springs on my lossy 5T, which are the firmest springs you can get for the lossy 5T. So it gives me a lot of rebound. So when I jump that thing, it just cushions it real nice. My father has the first 5T, and that thing takes a beating. Exactly. I got a 2.0 and already have had problems with shocks. Whoever puts them together don't know what they're doing. Exactly. And, you know, guys, it's unfortunate, man. It really is, because this thing was developed by TLR. It was meant to be a racing platform. The 5T, I remember that time. It was such an exciting time in the RC world. When that thing got released, it was awesome. And when I got that truck, one day maybe I'll show you pictures. I mean, I got pictures of myself on the floor hugging that thing. I just love that RC, you know, and the quality of it is just amazing. Quality of it is absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to see something, I got about 5 minutes left in this live stream. See, I know Jack Chase was asking to see the Flux. So you guys want to see the Flux? Let me show you guys. Put you guys right here. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for requesting to see an RC. There it is, HPI. All right, guys. Did I hear about the Primal? Yes, I heard about the Primal monster truck long time ago. I heard about it years ago. I used to work very closely with the people over at Primal, Dan and Irene. I'm still very friendly with them. As you guys know, I was the first person to film the Primal RC Dragster. If you look on my channel, I was the first one to debut that. I did a product video for them when they first released the Dragster. As you can see right here on my Savage Flux, I have the Dusty Motor Shroud on there. Right, I've done lots of upgrades to this. I can pull this off of here, and then I'll show you guys. All right. So real quick, we got 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes left, so I will show you. The UDR on grass is, it gets more grip, you know, so I'll hear a lot of people telling me that the UDR flips over. Well, it's got, you know, a locked rear axle, so of course it's going to flip over a little bit easier, but it gets more grip. In areas where it gets more grip, it might be a little bit more prone to flipping over, but that's not really a big deal. So this is the Savage Flux XL. It's got the TCS Crawlers 5mm vertical chassis on it. It's got the Alza center diff conversion on there, which it utilizes the HPI Vorza center differential, and it has this Alza center diff mod because the stock version of the HPI Savage has a lock center transmission. That's why so many people had problems with breaking their front and rear differentials on it. I have the innovative RC shock mod where I actually have Losi LST shocks on here, which makes you utilize thicker, bigger bore shocks. I also have a Pit Dog Hydro radio box right here, which is awesome. And, you know, that's pretty much it. I do have, you can't really see it on the inside, I have the Hot Racing front and rear differential housings. And how could I forget? I almost messed up here. I got my Integ steering hubs and C-links, and I also have the Integ rear axle carriers. And guys, this is a beast of a monster truck. I'm not exactly sure what the gear ratio is right now. It is the stock Vorza center diff, but I think I have a 11 or 12 tooth Robinson Racing pinion in there. I'm not exactly sure, guys, but the gear ratio that I have set up in here right now, this thing's absolutely amazing, and it has the Proline Interco tires on it. So that's about it. I will be getting a new body soon. I'm actually contacting one of the painters that I've dealt with in the past. Hopefully he can do some work for me. I've actually painted this body myself, and I do love to paint, and when I do have the time, I can do some pretty good work here. But I did just completely destroy this body. As you can see, just completely destroyed it. Unfortunately, put a lot of time and effort into this body, but I love the HPI colors, orange, purple, black, and silver. So I wanted to go with a nicely themed HPI body, but I will be getting a new body for this very soon. So that's my HPI Beast Savage Flux. We just hit the 60-minute mark, so sorry I haven't been following along with the comments, but I am going to have to end this live stream right now, guys. So, like I always say, well, before I say that, I want to just thank you all for hanging out with me on Saturday night. You guys better get out there, start driving, start wrenching. All right? So, thank you all for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. This was Everyday RC Live, Saturday, just hanging out live, chatting. And what I always say to you guys, I hope you guys are all making it happen in your RC worlds out there. And for now, this is Chris, the Everyday RC Guy, saying thanks for watching. Peace.